The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Weekly Warp Pipe. I'm Russ Lyman.
I am NES Addict.
We are live
not like the
streaming.
addict.
We are live streaming this episode to let people know.
That's right. Come on and join.
So we'll have some comments. We'll shout you guys out if you have any input on what we're chatting about. And the regular episodes will be up as normal. If you're watching the restream and listening on the audio, that's great too. We're going to be doing another ranking video. I know last week we did rank all the Tecmo games. I was kind of short on topics, and I just text Jay. I was like, this was in the queue, and it seemed easy to go through. I was like, let's check out video game console boxes and rank those.
I like it. I love me some good console boxes.
I tried to go through and get some multiples of some of them. I kind of got a variety. I have pictures, and we're going to try to do, we have it loaded up here in StreamYard where I can show the photo of the box so we could comment on that. And then I'm using the website tiermaker.com, which we've used in the past. And I have all the boxes on there where we can place it into its category there.
Tier them up.
Tier them up. So I could probably showcase that one there. I tried to get most of the retro stuff I could. So we got I kind of put it in somewhat order, but we got some Atari, multiple NES boxes, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis. We got Sega CD, Saturn, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo stuff. Did some handheld, got Game Boys.
Sweet.
N64s, PS1, 2, 3. And some Xbox and Xbox 360 in there as well. So what we got? 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9 per row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 times 5. We go 45. We got 46. 46 consoles to rank. That will be going through. Oh, I guess I got to keep it down here. See,
that's some good math.
You know that trick? Now, like I showed
my daughter taught me that, but I just have it memorized, so I don't have to do it.
Use your hands, and whatever you're multiplying by 9, you put that finger down. So it was 5.
5 times 4.
That leaves me 45 is the answer.
That's right.
If it's 7, you got 63. There's some math.
My daughter does that all the time. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know how kids do. What's this Common Core math we got to get into sometime?
So I actually figured that out, and I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, well, we don't have to get into it.
We don't have to. That's not what this podcast is about.
Nobody cares about math around here.
We're talking about retro consoles.
Right.
So I'll go somewhat in order. I guess we could jump around if we want, but
jump around.
Jump around.
Jump up and get down.
Let's see. Not all the pictures I was able to download, but we'll go here. Let's see, which one is this? We'll start with the Atari 2600 box art right here. How it looks presentation wise. You get a free Pac-Man plus combat inside.
2 games.
I do like that. I feel like it's pretty basic, but it still has some appeal to it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got the multicolored strip above the red line. This is a video computer system that they actually put on their console. On some of them, anyway, not all of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right under the Atari, yes.
Yeah, it's like yellow, orange, red, purple, green, yellow.
Right. You got a few screenshots of games, a couple kids playing, and they do have a variety, like kids, adults, some older adults, one single dude that's just like chilling.
He looks way too happy to have that controller in his hand.
That's for sure. Overall, not too shabby, I will say.
It definitely has like a 70s almost vibe to it, doesn't it?
I mean, it should, right? That's when it kind of came out.
I think so. I think you're right.
So the regular Atari 2600, as for box art, standing out presentation, where do you think this falls here?
I'm giving it a C.
A C? You think down at the C?
It says barely passable. I don't know. Something about it does not appeal to me.
Not appealing to Jay.
They could have done better.
They could have done better. I mean, I guess how their box art was extraordinary for the games. They went a
Yeah,
uh, little too far because then when you play the game, you're like, it's just blocks.
that's right. That's why Nintendo
Let's
did
see.
black box games
That
in rebuttal to that.
that's true. All right, do I have the 7800?
Did you think C for that also? Did we agree on that?
C or B? I mean, looking at the full list, I feel like there's some that are no effort given almost, right? So we'll see. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
change it down the
Okay,
road with it.
fair enough.
All right, 7800.
See, I almost like this a little better.
Okay, more straightforward.
Uh,
You kind of got
yeah, it
this like
doesn't have all the weird people on the front. Doesn't have that weird color rainbow. Even though the rainbow is, you can see it on the system there, the same one.
yes, yes.
Um, I don't love where they put that text on the left side. I feel like that looks a little out of place.
Okay.
I'm being very judgmental, aren't I? I hate the number 7,800. It makes me angry. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just making
What?
that up. uh, I like the little like metally looking table that's sitting on like it almost looks like a Lego.
I was gonna say like carbon fiber or something.
You like remember like the little Lego trays that are like green for like grass. You put the Legos on to build the house.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It looks kind of like that except silver.
So compared to they went from that to that.
Do
I
that one
mean,
more time.
I would even say the console itself even got a little sleeker, right? They don't have
Yeah, little,
the like grids. It's like smoother. They got the nice chrome accents. So I feel like it is a step up from what the 2600 here was kind of going for. I mean, but
yeah.
that was kind of the vibe, like you said back then. Everything was wood paneling and like
That's right.
kind of
Looks
had
like a
that
wood
design,
grain Cherokee.
right? So
I
I
like
feel
my
like
cars to match my video games. But
maybe that.
those grooves in the 2600 were just like dust collectors.
Oh yeah, you got to get in there with a toothbrush for sure.
That's right.
7800. Do we want to rank that with the 26 or is it a B?
Mm, it's like a C plus.
A
It's
C
not that
plus.
good.
It's like here, but it won't let me.
Yeah, it's like in between. I
All
still
right,
give it a C.
all
I'm being
right.
judgmental.
I don't know if I have ColecoVision.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, on here that I can look up.
Mm,
So let's see. I'll just do a quick Google search on there. I think that was all the retro consoles that I had, like retro ones. We're talking.
gotcha.
I didn't do like in television and like Fairchild and all that.
I don't even know what a Fairchild is. Speaking a language, I don't know.
Let's see. Is this the
Well, I would love to
box that I
know
got?
like why 2600, why 7800. Like,
The
what are those
numbers.
numbers? What does that mean?
What does that mean to me?
What does that imply?
All right,
Do you know,
ColecoVision.
Russ? You don't know?
I no, I don't know offhand now. All right, here's the ColecoVision box. There's definitely a lot going on this one here. Lots of
It's showing the
screenshots.
arcades in the background, I guess, to kind of give you that feeling like you can bring the arcade home.
Right. Yes, I do see that here. Where it wraps around, then you got all your screenshots.
Yeah,
Bonus, you get Donkey Kong included. Shows the
I like that
console
it
right
shows
up
a
front.
Smurf on it. That's funny.
There's a
The
Smurf.
arcade quality video game system.
I do like the color
I like
where
that.
I
Yeah, the
say
rainbow.
Atari has the strip that's the color, and this one has it in their actual name. ColecoVision is the rainbow color.
Yeah,
Better than
interesting looking console, huh?
it is. I never owned one of these. I've played it a few times.
You
The
played it?
controller,
I've never played one.
yeah, well, because I worked at the Retro Games Plus store,
Oh, that's right.
so they came in, so I played Smurfs, once on it. And controller has all the buttons. It's cool that they have overlays for the buttons, but never got
Right.
into the ColecoVision.
Yeah, me either.
Let's say better than or worse than, I guess, the Atari systems. About the same.
I'd say about the same.
That's Jay's like all these old consoles keep them on the C. Sorry, Atari. I guess you're ranking
No.
low on the list.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like this though. We'll see where you go with this because I feel
I
like
mean, there's gonna be some bias coming up pretty soon here.
I don't know if we want to go straight in order of when consoles came out. You just want to maybe we'll jump around.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Let's jump around, just like Chris Cross said.
I'm not driving a bit. I'm not driving. Take the lead.
Uh, what about this? Because I don't have any affiliation with this. Never played it. Let's check out the original Xbox console, which almost makes it hard to search because I would put up Xbox original. Like you can't call it Xbox One because that's also a name of a console.
The '90s are red is here. Rex the Great is here.
Nice, excellent. Got some people
Uh,
jumping
uh,
in the live stream.
well, first off, whoever put that sticker on the side, put it on upside down, so
That's
they
what I
get
was
a
like,
0 for
is the
that.
box upside down or is this stick this is
No,
just the image I found.
the sticker blew it. Yeah, that's a terrible image. Um, uh,
Should I find a
I
new image that we were judging off of
I don't know. Maybe.
just to get a fair judging of the original.
Yeah,
Now,
maybe,
did you own
maybe.
one, right? Because you played
Yeah, I had this exact same box, and I got both of those exact games free with my Xbox.
okay.
So I remember liking it, but I was also really excited to get it. I think I got it in like 2003. I played the crap out of my Xbox.
Because I'm not sure how many variations are
My
of this
Xbox
one.
was named Caboose
Caboose.
because every time you get an Xbox, they had like a pre-generated name.
Oh, okay. Oh, for you.
So mine was called Caboose. I was like,
Nice.
man, I got a lame name.
All right, let's hide this. Let's remove that. And then I got a new picture over here on Google.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, that looks a little better.
Better sticker placement. This one has different free games, but
Yeah,
so I guess depending on when you got it, whether it's that month or whatever, you're like, all right, we're
right.
getting Tetris Worlds and Xbox Live.
And Star Wars, Clone Wars.
Now I guess
Uh,
it's showing the console, like technically, right on here, but it's peeling
yeah,
back and showing you the controller.
yeah. Controller S. You know why they named it Controller S? Because it looks like it says controllers. So
Oh,
it's
so that what?
misleading.
So they're trying to mislead you that you get two controllers in with the
You
console.
only get one controller, but they call it Controller S.
Those
I
sly
always thought that
guys.
was so sneaky. These jerks.
90s Rad said, OG Xbox is pretty great. I didn't play a lot, but I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I don't know why I
Sweet.
never got turned on to the Xbox console. I stayed with
Same
PlayStation
reason
and
I didn't.
Nintendo.
Same reason I didn't get turned on to the PlayStation because you had to pick one or the other, Russ.
Right.
It's just the way
I
it
guess so.
was. I give this box a B.
Yeah, I think this one's probably
Yeah, I like
B
it
tiered.
better, but I still don't love it.
It's not fantastic, but
That's right.
yeah, I said I don't have too much input since I never played the Xbox. So I don't have any attachment to it, but
But you could still tell me what you think about like where like
design wise, right. I do like the
design
bright
wise.
colors of it
Hmm.
that catch you with that. Not a whole lot going on other than it
Yeah,
shows the console, but we'll see that coming up in plenty of other boxes where it's just like, here's the console.
honestly, it might even be a D. It might even be. I
You're
think I'm
gonna
only
jump
giving it a
from B
B.
to D?
I think I'm only giving it a B because I like the Xbox. It's probably terrible.
Are we moving it already? We'll keep it in
You
B.
can. I'll let you just. Rex is B's fair. We'll let Rex weigh in on this.
All right, we'll jump around. We got the Xbox. Let's jump over. Let's do Nintendo since we're all waiting on the Nintendo stuff to come out, right? Let's do, and there's many boxes for the Nintendo, so I got a few of them here.
There we go.
We'll start with the OG. We got the
There's my chippy.
challenge set right here.
I just sold this box to my buddy a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was months ago at this point. But
So this one's a little later release because it does include Super Mario Brothers 3 game pack challenge set. You get two controllers.
I
This
like it because I like the what I'd have deemed the NES stars, the little stars in the background. I like
Right, the
those.
little space, like, I do like that touch rather than it just being black gradient to blue to a dark blue.
Yeah, that's I like the consoles clean. I mean, Mario 3's on there. That's gonna catch your eye because that was the game everybody wanted.
Right, and it's a bright color.
Was there a challenge set SNES version? Because if not, why would they put NES version? Like, what does that mean?
Right, I'm unclear why it says, uh, NES
Mm,
version under the
yeah,
challenge set.
yeah, interesting. Um, I don't know. I give it a well, maybe a A. Am I being a little too giving on that?
Well, I said we could always end up changing our selections down the road, but
What would you give it, Russ? Because I feel like I keep injecting my thoughts upon you.
yeah, I feel like it's either a B or an A. There's quite a few different NES boxes to take a look at. I have one, two,
Yeah,
three, four, five just for NES of different
yeah.
variations. And I don't want to rank them all at A, like they're not all fantastic looking. But I will say this gets a little bump with the Super Mario Brothers 3 is a nice added touch, a little
It's got
eye
the
candy
original
for
seal of
you.
quality. Love
Right.
that. Was
So
just listening to the Pixel podcast like yesterday, and Aaron's like, they got to bring that back.
what's that? The seal of quality.
The seal of quality, got to bring it back.
So we got challenge set. We'll hit
Yeah,
it
let's
at
give
it.
it an A.
We'll hit it at an A. And we'll just follow up with that with we have the control deck. This was the first one. I meant they clicked this one
I
first, but
I think actually I still have that box. That one I haven't. Oh, that's the Mattel version, the PAL system.
oh, so that's
Um,
the one I got that I pulled the picture from.
you pulled the PAL.
Pulled the
I
PAL
like that
version.
one too. It still has the NES stars, the black to blue gradient. It's real clean. Got the NES on there, the seal quality. Not digging the Mattel stamp on it, but and hang on, give me 2 seconds.
Giving Jay 2 seconds. He's gonna maybe pull out his box that he has there. I don't do I have any of my boxes here? I don't.
So
Um,
this is like the American version. It's a lot cleaner.
I do like
Like,
that. Yeah, and you get the free Mario shows there.
yeah, I think this one's better because it doesn't have. And I just like the bigger. Well, it's hard. There we go. It's got the bigger font over here with the bullet points.
Right.
I don't know. I like
Yeah,
it better.
I'd say I dig that one there. You think that's better than the challenge set?
No, I think it's equal to the challenge set.
Equal.
I have a definitive S that I'll let you know in just a second. Yeah, I give that an A.
A it is.
There's going to be an S here coming up here soon, though.
Well, it depends what I choose. We're
But
bouncing around here.
I guess you're right.
What I love here. Here, we'll do some PlayStation here.
PlayStation.
PlayStation right here. Or actually here, we'll do this one. This is the original, not the
Oh,
DualShock.
that's kind of a classic one, man. I mean, even though I didn't have a PlayStation, that one just feels really classic to me.
So the original PlayStation, no DualShock. You just got the console on the box. You see the controller. Two words, Sony PlayStation, pretty big. And I guess that's a sticker of what game is included here.
I'm going to disclude that sticker from my judgment because I don't like the sticker, but everything else I think is almost perfect.
I do like it says free demos inside. Remember
Yeah,
getting
that's cool.
demos?
Yeah,
Game demos.
yeah. No,
Nice square back box, like a good size. I feel
yep,
like not not overbearing.
right.
I think it looks pretty good. What do
I
you
really
think on
like
this
this. I
one?
like the PlayStation logo at the top. It's real clean. Not a lot of words. They give you that one little yellow triangle in the bottom right corner to like say the free disc demo inside.
Right.
Um, I don't know, man. This is either an A or an S for me because it's just real clean.
Right. If you're comparing it with Nintendo, they did have a lot of information on the box. I mean, maybe less is more, right?
What do you think? You're a PlayStation guy. You make the call.
It's classic. We'll go S on the PlayStation. The original PlayStation.
Yeah, that's pretty
I think it
good.
stands out pretty good.
Me too.
I will say, then they came out with the DualShock version. I don't know about this.
It just
Not
looks
much going on.
shiny.
It's
Yeah,
basically supposed to be like aluminum, I would say, and it just says PlayStation, DualShock, and then they got something in each of the 4 corners.
yeah,
I feel like this kind of misses the mark, but I guess they almost stay with a trend with this from here on out. But
right.
I don't know. I would almost put this at a C or even a D,
Ooh, he's saying D. D's get
just
degrees.
because it doesn't really give me much information. In the top left corner, there is a very small picture of the console and
Right.
the new controller. Like you're showcasing Dual Shock. Why not have a nice big picture of the new Dual Shock controller on there or something?
Exactly. Yeah, this one's lame.
To
Just D it
go
up.
from that and then
Wait, yeah.
PlayStation Dual Shock.
Yeah, who cares?
It's
This
like,
one sucks.
so, sorry, we'll get our first D,
Hey, that's
PlayStation.
okay. One got a S tier, one got a D tier.
All right, so we got something in everything of the tiers here. What do you want
I
to do
know
next?
I know 4 or 5 that are getting an S for me for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Viewing what we got here.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, what you picking next, Russ?
Let's see.
The 90s are red says, I'm not a fun fan of the DualShock box.
Yeah, it kind of lets us down, I'd say. Here, we'll jump around. We'll go purple GameCube.
I like it. It's pretty clean. You know, and I'm basing all this on walking, the front. Like if you were like walking into a store and all you can see the front, it's because they're all boxed
Right.
up and
I did have black. Like I don't know if you need more than one. They had multiple colors. I don't think we
I
probably
think
just
purple's kind of the
pers-
classic, right?
personal. Yeah, purple's the probably classic one. So that's why I was like, let me download a picture of that one. It shows you
It,
exactly what the console is. I do like the glowing light on it that gives it some that it's
you can
alive.
see
You
the
know.
handle on the back, so you know you can take it to lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the GameCube logo. Whoever thought of that, that was genius.
Yeah. It almost looks futuristic with this block. It shows the block, and then but it's also a G. Like,
Right. Yep. This
I
is
mean,
brilliant.
wonder how long it took to
Uh,
come up with that.
I'm like a borderline S. I don't know.
Yeah, I put it at an A, I think. I mean, it's simplistic for
Right.
sure. And then, it comes down, I guess, to your favorite color. Do you like the black box, the silver box, the purple one, like whatever one came out?
They should have
You're
made
gonna have
these in
more.
the fantastic colors like the 64.
Right.
That'd have
Right.
been cool.
But pretty simple, clean. I think A is pretty good with that. I'll put both of them up there because they're
All
literally the
right.
same. Just depends on the color, right?
It depends on the color. Yeah, for sure. Where are you
Let's
going next, Russ?
let's do I'm gonna try to pull these up here. We'll go back classics to let's see, did I have it up here? No, I guess we'll do the second one then. We got the Master System with
Master
the light
System.
phaser and the 3D glasses on the box.
So, one thing I just want to say, not that this has really much to do with the box, but I just think the Master System is one of the coolest looking systems out there, and I regret selling mine. It's
Yeah,
just
you
so
don't.
cool looking.
They certainly have this minimalistic appeal with their grid system, like their box art and the
Mhm.
box for the console has the same grid kind of thing
Yeah.
going on. And then they got these like pixels that are dropping on the side. I'm not sure what that's about, but I was like,
I was
okay,
probably making like an image.
right,
And then I love how like on the Genesis they did like the reverse. So this was like white with black lines, and then they did
right.
like the opposite, black with white lines.
Yeah.
Um, I like this. I like the Master System. I mean, like I would say a B a B to an A, like a B plus.
like a
So
B plus.
probably just a B. But I do like it though.
Let's see. So we got this guy there.
Well, I mean, is that what you think?
Yeah, I
You do
think
have
it's
to
got
say,
that
Russ.
simplistic design. It stands out. I do like how everything's laid out and you see what you get.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's better than, I don't know if I could just zoom in here. You see this box here for the Sega
Yeah.
Master System here. This is like the
Yeah.
first version, I guess, of it. Where again, they got this color pixels coming down. Maybe just
Yeah.
because there's less offered in this box and the console is very small, I feel like it won't rank as high as this Master System box did because it's so front and center. Like, here's our console. I feel like they're kind of afraid to show the console in this one. There's so much open space
Yeah. There is a lot of open space.
in there, so I feel like without bringing up a big picture or whatever, I feel like that's probably below it, either a C
Okay.
on that one. I didn't have a bigger picture to showcase on that, but
Fair enough.
if you guys had the original Master System, then picture that.
Yeah,
Let's
that
see.
is weird how it has all that white space. I do like the other one how it shows it a bit closer.
Right, right. I'm like, come on.
Utilize the space.
All right, what else we got here in this list? Let's do Super Nintendo right here, the Super Set, Super
That's
Mario Brothers.
that's S tier for me all day.
What
That is like
puts it into the S tier for you?
I think honestly, Russ, I'm probably being super biased, but it's just the way it makes me feel when I see it. Like I remember so vividly the day that my dad took me to Toys R Us to get that.
Yeah,
And like I wanted the Super NES so bad. I was selling like skateboards that I had and just anything I could find. I sold my NES for it. I mean, and all my NES games for like 50 bucks. Sold a skateboard for like 20 bucks. Um, I just could not wait to get that console to play Super Mario World. So when I see that box, just like instant happy.
nice. 90s are rad says it's an S tier for sure for him.
Good. Glad you agree.
I feel like I kind of wish we had the box itself to kind of go over it and show it, but I do like, which I can't see here, but on the back of the box when it shows like the other games you can get essentially, and I always liked enjoyed looking at that. Oh, Jay's getting his box down, so could
You
see it.
asked for it. Yeah, this is my original box. Russ, this is my box from when I was a kid.
Oh, nice. You got to keep it.
Somehow, I just kept it for it and my Super Scope box are my originals.
Nice.
And so at some point, I decided to do some math on it, which is really unfortunate. You know, so I can get there's the math that was done right there.
You're like, "Ah, I'll just write on this box, whatever."
I don't know why I did that. That's really unfortunate. But the best thing about it is it shows the exact date I got it.
Oh, wow, look at that.
November 21st, 1992. Go look that date up. It's a Saturday. I remember for a fact. But yeah, this box is just so good. Look at it, Russ. Like I don't know what sorry, everything's backwards. I don't know what this thing is supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be the buttons on the controller,
Oh,
but
right.
I always love the lines. And this random red line at the top here. I don't know why I like that. I love the green writing.
Well, it has that
Just
same design in the on the bottom, left
yeah, oh
that's
right here.
in the
Oh
butt.
right there.
Yeah, so you can see the full, like, circle line design thing.
I just love it. I just
And f
love this
we'll flip it
box.
around, that's why you took it down.
Oh, sorry. So on the side, it's got
Oh,
like
okay, that one has the side.
we got SimCity, F Zero, Pilot Wings, Zelda. It says Zelda 3. That's hilarious. And Super Play Action Football. Um, and then on the back, I mean, you gotta love Yoshi right there. Like there he is, just chilling. And what's on this side? Oh, just this the console.
Right, so you got a few pictures of the console, so you know what you're getting with it.
But this is the box that I held on the way home, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's mine! Finally mine!"
I mean, I definitely remember seeing it in the stores and, like, looking at it and being like, "That's a cool design for sure." I feel like this one, it's hard to see in this picture that cool design that was on, like, the left side because it's so gray and whatnot. So good thing
Oh
you
yeah,
had your
that one's
box there.
yeah, that one is different than mine,
A little different, yeah,
but still awesome nonetheless.
fair enough.
Great box. Greatest box of all time, maybe.
So we'll put that. Boom!
Bam! S tier. Russ is yawning. He's
Uh,
bored. He hates Super Nintendo. He hates hanging out with us.
Rodney Torres says that's the same exact box I had as a kid,
Yeah, baby.
and the font is good as well. Yeah, it's good font that they chose. What's up, Aldo? Aldo's here. I'm late. Glad I can still catch this. We're talking
Well,
about boxes, retro console boxes. Do we want to
box.
follow up with some more Super Nintendo? I got a couple more on the list here.
Dude, just keep jumping around. Surprise me, Russ.
All
Surprise me.
right. Let's see.
Nostalgia is going to play a huge fact in everything that I say here. Just, just know that. Greatest console box ever. Rodney says, I love it.
All right. What about the original Game Boy box? We got some vector lines, very late 80s, 90s, pink with like, I don't even know what's shooting out. These like balls or meteors. And then you have your Game
It's
Boy.
definitely not balls.
Well, like, it looks like there's a ball within the line of like
A
fire behind it.
fireball.
Yeah. I don't know.
Some
I guess
Hadoukens
they're
flying
Hadouken's.
behind it. I like it. I like how the Game Boy's in silver on the left, and
Right, I do like how they broke that up where Game Boy is all the way down the left, stands out, and then you got this small section for the picture itself. I feel like that's pretty clean design-wise, which they stayed
yeah,
true to all their boxes prior to this. Like, that's how they're like, "Alright, we're gonna do Game Boy on the left, and then whatever it is in the middle, and that's how we're gonna design these boxes." This
I
one has
give
a
this
little
an.
tear on it, but
I think I give it an A. I like
yeah,
it.
I think it's pretty good. I think it deserves an A ranking for sure.
I mean, later on, not to spoil it, but later on, there's a maybe a better one.
It could be. Um, Game Boy to I didn't do any of the other handhelds, so I guess I didn't do a Nomad or
You didn't do a Sega Game Gear,
oh yeah, I didn't do a Game Gear,
you jerk.
but I did do a Sega 32X.
Something about this makes me think of a tiger. I think it's those yellow stripes.
Well, that almost makes me think of like Tiger Force GI Joe, right? With the
Oh, dude, that's maybe
vehicles.
that's what it is.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I had
the
the tiger
same kind of
logo out there.
it's kind of like with the lines up here, like you see the yellow and
Yeah,
then it goes into the blue, almost looking like a snake skin, right?
yeah,
Up in the corner there.
yep.
32-bit arcade upgrade for Genesis and Sega CD. Now, did you end up
Pretty
getting this back in the day or
so I didn't have it because I didn't have a Genesis, but I know for a fact that one of my best friends growing up, Brad, had it,
okay.
and I remember him having this whole. He didn't never. I don't think Brad ever had the Sega CD. I
Mhm.
don't think, but I know for a fact he had that 32X. I remember him playing that. I remember almost like the day he bought it. So I think
Yeah.
I was living with him when he got it.
Again, they almost have that Game Boy thing where it's left focus
Yeah,
32X on there, Sega at the top, and choosing that yellow, it definitely stands out.
right.
I think it's pretty good. It's they got some good lighting, a good artistic picture, and it kind of shows you, hey, this locks into the top of your Sega system. Maybe some people might have been confused and like, oh, you get a Sega system and the 32X, like because it shows both on the box.
Yeah,
But I feel like design wise, it's pretty good.
right. Well, I think they're just trying to showcase that it sticks into the top of it
Right.
because it says the 32-bit arcade upgrade.
Upgrade. I felt like maybe upgrade should have been a little larger.
Yeah, maybe they should emphasize that.
Where do you think this baby would fall in on the list then?
Mm, maybe like a A or B. Aldo says, "I wonder what the idea behind that yellow blue color scheme was." I agree. I wonder, like, what and what even is it? It looks like lights or something.
Yeah, and it's like, um, what was I gonna say? Almost like those, like, clear block tiles or something they're
Yeah,
shining a light through to kinda
under,
get that texture.
right. I agree.
Might as well move over to, let's see, we got, guess we could do another Nintendo here. How about this one here, the NES Sports Set?
I like the way they show the satellite and the 4 controllers, kind of, like, alluding to, like, you can play this with a lot of people.
Right,
And then it says,
right.
"Everything you need for exciting multiplayer action."
I wish they had, I don't, is Super Spike V-Ball World Cup 4 players? I guess it has to be, right, if they're showing it on the,
It must be.
I wish Nightmare on Elm Street was on there.
That would not be a sports game.
Oh, true, I'm thinking just 4 player.
Yeah, unless you consider murder a sport. Russ, something's wrong with you.
How many kids did you murder in NES, Freddy? It's a good sport.
Uh, I really like it. It's got a lot going on. There's a lot of words on the right side, but it's okay. I think it's weird how the S on Sports Set is bigger than the N on NES. Like, why didn't they just make the N big too? Or the word NES equally as big?
I see, I guess they just want it to stand out that it's like, this is the sports set.
Another thing that's funny about it, says new, but nothing on there is new. Like, all of that could have been purchased separately.
Well, I guess it's just letting you know that the the sports set itself is new, maybe? I don't know.
What kid chose that over Super Mario
R
Brothers?
right. You're like, "Ooh,
Someone's like, you
I
know,
got a lot of
mom,
friends that come over and
Kid
wanna play
World."
sports."
And I mean, unless you're like triplet boys or something, like, we love soccer and volleyball equally.
The
I
sports
don't know.
set. Where do
I
you
think
think
it's
it falls
cool.
on the list?
I mean, to me, it's kind of like an A.
I think it ranks in the A's here. Where's my
Yeah,
thing
I think
going? To let me go in there? No,
it's
not
like
S tier.
forcing. It's like, no, I will
It's
be an
like,
S
"No, I
tier.
will be an S." So we got the 3 Nintendos A
Four
rankings.
player Jaws. That's funny.
Uh,
S tier is like the Hall of Fame, right? Like, it's gotta be like pretty awesome. The S
pretty
tier.
awesome, or a lot of nostalgia to to reel you in on it.
Shout of nostalgia. All right, what you doing next, Russ? What you picking?
Let's do, where was it? Slim
I'm gonna have some
one.
hot takes for some of these.
Let's do this one. The Sega Genesis 3, the mini console.
I hate when Sega went to this aqua blue motif.
Right? Like, what happened to the nice Sonic blue? Like, what we do in Aqua for, unless this is,
Yeah, yeah, like, they
uh,
could have at least made it Sonic blue. I don't like
Echo the
the
Dolphin.
aqua. I don't like the bubble letters. I hate 3D Sonic at the bottom. I wanna punch him in his stupid Sonic face.
I don't even remember seeing this in the
Do you
stores.
have a Sega 3?
I don't
I
know.
at one point, I had 2 of them because I found them back to back weeks at my, thrift store.
Yeah,
They are like, they don't weigh much more than those At Games Sega Genesis.
okay.
Like, they are tiny. I'm gonna say I don't hate it as much as I hate the Atari stuff. Um, and I even would say that Master System needs to be a B, even though it's not quite as good as the other one. It's like a B minus. The other one's a B plus.
Well, that's what we're saying, like, once we start seeing the stuff laid out, we can always
Yeah,
change stuff here. So you think maybe this is either a C or a B, and then, so this Master System you think would go up
I'd
then?
move it up. Yeah, and like,
Opposed to that.
I don't hate it as much as I hate the Atari ones. I just don't. I just don't know why they drifted so far from the original.
I feel like the best way we can put it is, like, they were too off brand, right? Where they were trying something new, making this smaller console. They're trying these fancy new graphics and 3D Sonic
Right.
coming out, and I feel like it just wasn't hitting what the core fans liked from Sega,
I mean, maybe
essentially, right?
people love it, and, like, maybe it's because maybe, like, a younger person who got the Sega 3 would be like, "I love that one," but that blue color is what you'd see in a '90s mall cafe cup. That's true, you're not wrong. That's hilarious.
Well,
Auto says,
that's why
"You know
Andy
what?"
likes it. I actually really like this color.
Yeah, Andy might like that color. You know what? Let's let Aldo decide. He says D rank for me. Let's do him right and put it on the D.
The Sega Aqua, the core system.
I do agree with you. If there was a big dolphin right there, if that was Sonic, that might be kinda rad. I mean, not Sonic, Echo.
Echo, right, if you're doing packed in with Echo.
I'd say C or D. It's either one.
I feel like looking at the Ataris, I feel like they did a little bit better job of staying on brand and all that, where Sega kind of veered off with this one, so I think below is good.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that fits
This is
well
all
there.
subjective. If you ask me tomorrow, I might tell you different for every last one of
Well,
these, if I'm
that's
being
why
honest.
this is our ranking list, all right? It's gonna be
But
different
but
than
now
everybody's.
but now it's set in stone, and I have to live by it forever.
Alright, I wanna see where people will put this one here. Let's see, do I have it as the picture loaded up? No, I'm gonna have to Google search because I couldn't get a photo of it. Hang on.
Aldo says, "Yep, would have been a perfect color for an Echo the Dolphin packing console." Totally. It just makes you feel like you're going swimming. It reminds me of like a water park or something.
True. Let's see, can I save this image? That's a JPEG. Perfect. Let me just upload here.
There's one, two, three, th- four.
Chase counting down.
There's four, maybe five boxes that I would put in S tier before this is all said and done.
All right, well, won't be this one. What do you guys think of the PlayStation 2 box?
The PlayStation Blue box.
This one's blue, for whatever reason. Um, Not much going on. It's blue and it says PS2 and then it says PlayStation 2 under it. Pretty simplistic.
I mean, it gets the job done, I guess.
So they went from that, which looks awesome, downgrade with the dual shock, and then they're like, let's even put less on it, huh?
Yeah, it's just it doesn't do
Does anyone
anything.
have nostalgia for this? Anyone enjoys this one? C rank for me. It's just too simple, Aldo says.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a C or a D. It's pretty
Like
boring.
if you saw this on the shelf at an electronics store and you don't know video games, you're like, what even is this? Like,
Yeah, is it a
there's
car stereo?
no
Is it
right. Yeah, it could almost be a car stereo. Is it speakers? Like PlayStation, um, could be a
is it a
TV,
record player? What's
record
in here?
player. I don't know. Andy says this one has to be agree with a C. Kind of boring.
Yeah,
I think it. Let's see. I want to see what's in the C rankings before I throw it in there with that. So
all
we
the
got
Atari stuff
all the Atari stuff
and the ColecoVision.
and the ColecoVision. So does it sit well with that, or is it even sit next to its predecessor?
Oh, maybe it's a D.
I think it might be a D ranking on this
Okay,
one.
give it a D. They
Yeah,
don't even show the console.
I know. It's like, what are you doing with this? It was like it was due, and the guy forgot to design something. And he was like, "What about this?" And they're like,
Yeah,
"Great job, Smith.
it looks
Ship
like
it out."
hieroglyphics from like a UFO or something.
Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. The way the S is a little weird.
Right, and the two and the all that.
All right, we got two of these up here. Let's see. I only have one. download it, but we can do this one here. What about the Sega Dreamcast?
It's interesting how out of focus the console is.
So there are 2 variants on this. So this is, I believe, that's maybe the second one. Maybe Aldo has a better,
Maybe it seems a little dreamier on this one. I do like the swirly Collective Soul logo that Sega stole from them from their self-titled album,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Imagine Young Man. I like this. Oh, you know what's interesting about this, Russ?
Okay.
Remember when the internet really started taking hold and it was like taking the world by storm and you would see everything.com everywhere?
Right.
I remember like seeing like subway.com or like, like mcdonalds.com. It was like everything at a dot com. I like that the Sega.com's on there.
Oh, right on the bottom, yeah, because that was, like, the newfangled, like, "Oh, internet, check us out online."
It's thinking. It's going
That's
to kill.
that's that's what Aldo says. It's blurry
It's,
because it's thinking.
it's going to kill.
Now, do you know if this one came out before the other one? I feel like this is the second iteration of this box here, because
If I'm
we could go back to back just so you guys get a reference, but this is the other box for Dreamcast.
Yeah, I think the other one came first.
So you think this one here is the second one with showing the controller?
I don't know. I wish I could see Brad open his because he bought it like the day it came out.
Right.
He
Now I
he
do feel
loved
like
Sega.
with this, it's almost something fresh. You do have, like, this white of the box, no blue on here to know it's Sega, like,
Other
Sega's
than the
always blue.
Sega logo.
Right, the little Sega logo down here, but, like, you're like, "Is this something new? What is it?" And leaves that bit of mystery, I guess, with the colors and it being blurred.
Yeah, it's cool. I kinda like it.
Alright, what do we think? B, A? It's S tier for Aldo, he's definitely a Dreamcast
I think
fan.
it's A. It's cool. It's cool. I like it.
I dig it.
I
Man, we
mean, I
got a
don't really have much nostalgia for it, so if I did, I might
right.
put an S on it.
Let's say we got a bunch left here. We're gonna have to blow through some of these here. Alright, what about the Xbox 360? Does this count as a retro console now, I guess? I don't know, I threw it on here.
Yeah, I really liked this may have been the box I had. I can't remember if it was this one or the other one.
So I had these 2 up there. You
Um,
either got a green box or you got a white box.
I can't remember which one I had. I must have had the green one. Yeah, I had the green one because mine did not have the silver on the disc tray. So mine was the arcade. I have a lot of nostalgia for this box. I thought that the 360 looked so freaking cool the first time I ever seen it.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect upgrade from the regular Xbox. I love that they went completely opposite and went white with it.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, because it was a black console before. Mhm.
Something about that green circle in the background I always thought was cool. Um, it's not as amazing as I remember it. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia influencing my decision. I'd say B. I almost like the white box better for some reason.
Um,
What's your thoughts?
I'd almost say a little confused with the white box because the front of it is just this is this the front here with, like, yeah, that's the front. It just shows the circle, shows you how much it is, but on the side, it shows the console. So
Yeah,
you gotta display it as an angle for show purposes. I'd
that's
probably
better.
like the 360, with the green back there a little bit
I,
better.
I love the Xbox Live in the corner because Xbox Live like was the greatest thing ever for Halo.
Would
I'd
you
say
say?
maybe I'd say a B.
I say B with that, and I would almost rank the other one as C,
Fair enough.
just because of, the confusion of, like, well, just make it white and have the same layout, right?
Yeah, cool.
Let's jump back to
What we
alright,
got, Russ?
we're gonna do this one. I'm excited about this one.
Okay, I'm probably excited too then.
We got Super Nintendo Killer Instinct set. I
I
can't remember seeing this in stores at all.
I don't I don't remember it either. I do think it looks really cool.
They
I
got
don't
some
love this.
diamond plate,
I don't love
right?
the exclusive sticker thing. That's annoying.
That yeah, I'm not a positive if that's on all the boxes, but
But
it
if
might
that
be.
wasn't there, I think it would be pretty good. I'd say a. I like the character is really cool looking too on the left side.
Yeah, Fulgur there.
Do I still have Killer Instinct? I don't know. I had it at one point. My SNES collection's so filtered. Um, what do you think? I think it's a. I think it's cool.
It's a pretty good one for sure. Yeah, for me, I mean, I really enjoyed Killer Instinct growing up, so I lean higher on it, so probably be like an A
Yeah,
plus or so for me. But I think with like the color that they got going on, they got this nice red lighting
it
going
almost
onto
has
the
like a
diamond
Virtual
plate
Boy hue going.
a little bit. I think they just well, because of Fulgur, maybe his red laser eyes, maybe they're playing into that. And I do like it
Maybe.
shows it ripped over here where it's like Super NES Killer Instinct set.
Yeah, that's
But
cool. I like it.
I could throw it into the A. Oh, I see. I'm like, what is happening? It makes the
It's
A
like a.
longer. This one goes
Yeah,
longer, so now you get a
yeah,
second row.
cool.
Sweet. Let's see. We got. I'll have to start deleting these so I know which ones we used already. Let's do Game Boy Pocket.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like like a B.
I do like it says actual size, so it literally shows you this is the size of it, and you can hold that box and be like, okay, this is how
Yeah,
big it is.
I always found it weird that one side with the speaker wasn't pointed. It's like you
Oh,
have
that
four
that it's
distinct
rounded off.
corners and then a rounded corner. Yeah,
Yeah, I
interesting.
guess so. Yeah, instead of having two rounded sides. Did the original Game Boy have two rounded sides? No, it didn't. They
Yeah,
kept it.
yeah, it's the same.
Okay. What'd you say?
I think I said B. Aldo says C.
It's pretty simplistic.
Pretty basic.
Let's see. Next
Mm,
to these, what else we have up here? I think I maybe go with the C on that one.
all right, let's do C.
Let's go C on Game Boy Pocket.
Let it be written in stone.
Let it be
Game
seen.
Boy Pocket is a C.
What else we got on this list here? How about the almighty
Saturn.
Sega Saturn, the ultimate gaming system?
The video game samplers enclosed. I like this. The ultimate gaming system. Um,
I do like the logo with the ball and the S around it as the planet.
yeah, looks like Saturn. That's cool. I
Exactly.
dig that. Aldo says S. I have a feeling Aldo's a Sega guy, or he must have just really liked that Saturn. What the heck's going on with my camera?
Oh, Jay's frozen.
It says reinstall the battery. The battery's clearly in, or it wouldn't be on. All right, we'll see if I come back. Anyway,
Anywho,
it's not an S for me, but
what
it's
do you what
also
do you
does have
not
no
like about
nostalgia
it?
for it.
Right. You think
Um,
it should have more going
I
on?
think it's just the lack of nostalgia.
Lack of
No, I
nostalgia
think it
on
has
it.
just. I think it has just enough going on. Um, it's probably like an A or B.
Looking at what we have placed here. Where is
It's
it
definitely
here?
better than the Sega 3.
Right. Obviously. Yes. um Yeah, I'd say A ranking on that one. I'd say it's a
Fair
cool
enough.
photo. Um, I almost like the 32X a little bit more with the color scheme on there with the lighting, and everything. I feel like they could have done a little bit better lighting on the Saturn, but
Or are you saying 32X needs to bump up to an A and that needs to go down to a B?
I do feel like the Saturn's probably the better system itself, so I think it should stay
We're,
where it
we're,
is.
we're ranking boxes here, not consoles.
That is true. We'll let it sit for now. We'll take another gander after here.
And the more I look at those GameCube boxes, the more I wonder if they needed needed to be in the B tier, not the A tier. They're kind of boring.
That is
The more I'm
true.
seeing them, the less I'm liking them.
Well, that's why you rank it and you kinda once you start seeing your board here, you're like,
Right.
"Do these really fit next to the challenge set, the control deck?"
N- no way. Get them out of here.
To Bs, they're going down
Yeah,
or
send them down the B's. All right, now we're looking better.
okay.
It's our list. We can move it if we want to. All right, what's next, Russ? Come on, let's got to keep it moving. We got a lot of stuff left here.
What about
Oh, dude, that's so good.
the Super NES Mario set? Comes with Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World.
I mean, that's cool, right?
I do like how it just shows, like, all the, almost like box art, and you got Yoshi coming out, and you can see little bits of the game, like the frog suit, there's Birdo, there's a Koopa Trooper, Mario with the, Cactar, and
Yep.
pretty cool, and it keeps that classic design before with this
Yeah.
weird line work and all that.
Yeah, I like it. I'd throw it right up there on an A.
This one. Alright. Yeah, I can't believe how many more we still have. I probably chose, too many consoles here.
That's okay. Just keep it rolling. Let's move fast.
Oh, well, we never ranked, where was it here? This Dreamcast, right?
Yeah. What do we rank the other one?
We ranked it at an A ranking. And then we got this one. It just shows the controller kind of on a event horizon going on.
Yep.
I believe Aldo said that this had come out. Let's see. This is the launch box. The black blue one is the later Sega Sports Era style box. So this one is the later release.
I like I like that the Dreamcast is wrote a little bit bigger.
Right. And I think it stands out over the black
Yeah.
background here.
Um, it's either an A or a B, and that's probably just a lack of nostalgia kicking it down to a B for me. I'd say it's probably A. What do you think? It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Aldo wants it in the S. I'm not much of the Sega guy. Maybe one of the Sega systems get into the S though.
Oh, you just wait. There's I got something for you. I'll say it so fast you won't have time to blink.
Let me see.
Rush just has to pick the right one.
Let me delete the ones we have here. Let's see. We did. Yep, this one. Just getting organized. We did this one. We did this one. Did the glasses.
There's a couple down here that I don't know what I'm gonna rank them when we get to them. There's a few that have definitive answers.
How about little TurboGrafx 16
I'm
box?
not gonna lie, Russ, that's an S tier for me.
Yeah, you
I
like
don't
that one?
I don't know what it is about this picture. I love Zach Morris. I know that's not really Zach Morris, but every time I
I was like,
see it,
is this Zach Morris?
that's who I always think it is. I love the orange, um,
Tint like on it, like a filter over
yeah,
the
like that
photos.
tint. I love that the graphic in the middle. I love it has the NEC logo. It just screams 90s, and I
Yeah, I
think
feel
that's
like
why I
with
love it.
what they're going, like, they're showing someone playing it, they have obviously Converse on or maybe,
Yeah, those are definitely cons.
like, so
Converse
you're
All
like,
Stars.
"Oh, are you a, like, skater, like, cool kid?" Like, you're playing Turbo Graphics. It does scream like 90s. I don't know, you just get emotion looking at the box for sure.
I'm looking for my classic box. I don't know where I did with it, but I don't see it. But I love it. It's S for me, dude. It's so. Plus, the TurboGrafx is just such a weirdo system that like no kid. I mean, like probably like 7% of the population bought it over a NES or a Sega. Like
Absolutely, like, only one of my friends had it, so I only played it maybe twice, like, growing up, so
I don't know anybody that had it. I just remember seeing it in a wish book when I wanted my Super NES,
yeah.
and I remember the fact that it was so much cheaper, like, really tempted me to buy it because I was like, I gotta save up $139 for a Super NES, 129 for a Sega, or I could get this one for 99.99. But I think the fact they called it Turbo Graphics, I was like, how
Yeah,
come
just in
they
the
have
name, like,
they're hyping
turbo
up
just
the
sounds
name,
cool.
they're hyping
Yeah,
up the name, but I've never heard of this.
right, right. I dig it, but, let's see, we'll jump over
It's S
here.
tier for me.
I think it fits
I think
fine
it's
there,
so
S
I think
tier.
it's so rad.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe one day I will own an actual TurboGrafx.
I got mine for $10 at the Video Game Cavern because Robin said, "I don't know if it works, Jay. You can take it home and figure it out." So I taught her that all you need, because she didn't know how to test it because she didn't have an NEC adapter.
Oh, okay.
But you can use an NES RF switch. You can use any RF switch. You can use a Genesis RF switch, Super Nintendo RF switch,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you have to have a special Sega Genesis. Is it MK1602? I can't remember the number on it. I have to look at my video. I made a video called Frankensteining a TurboGrafx 16, and you can use one of the Genesis adapters to turn it on.
And then it
So
worked.
I still have my TurboGrafx. I love it. It's just a weirdo system. All right, what you got next, Russ?
Alright, let's see, let's blow through some of these here. I had to go through and delete all the pictures I don't have. We have the
I mean,
Nintendo Entertainment System action set. You got the Zapper on there, and you got Mario and Duck Hunt.
I love that. I love that box. It's really clean. I mean, it's either an A or an S. It's cool.
It's a pretty good one, and they kept it, consistent with, like, this star background and the blue
Yes.
gradient and everything,
Yeah.
and I do have this one. I have this one at mom's house.
I don't think I have that one, but I still think it's either an A or an S. I'll let you decide where you want to put it.
Let's see, we got this here, action set. Better than those. Yeah, I think it could hit the S right there. I feel like it's better than the sports one.
Yeah. I just like how clean it is.
It's a good one.
Plus, I think that picture just does it justice. That it pops.
All right. What do we got? We got Sega
That is an
Genesis.
that is an S all day. I don't know what it is about Sonic coming off that hill, but I always thought that was so freaking rad. The Model 1 is my absolute favorite Genesis,
Yeah, yeah.
especially if it has 16-bit graphics on the top.
Well, and I like the one that says across the ring, high definition.
That's what I meant, high def
Yeah.
graphics. Yeah, I love that one. That's like my definitive perfect Genesis. I hate the Model 2, I hate the Model 3. Um, I love it still has that original, like, Sega, like, gradient background.
Right. The grid background where they kind of coming up, like you still know Master System, they had the
Yeah,
grid, and you're like, oh, okay.
I
Sega,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
I like the pink highlights and the blue highlights, and I just love how Sega Genesis looks like it's, like, engraved in metal. It just looks I love everything about this.
Wait, no, I want to showcase this one. The grid pattern, though.
Yeah,
I think everyone's in agreement for this. Said S ranking is for Sega.
dude, it
Love the
is
colors,
so freaking
and I
cool.
don't. I'm not sure if I have this box. I'll have to check because a lot of my box stuff again is at my mom's house. But this
I've
is, yeah,
passed up
it's
on it
really
so many
awesome.
times, but maybe one day I'll snag it. I don't have a Genesis anymore, so maybe if I ever get another Model 1, I'll snag it.
Yeah,
It's S tier though, for sure.
sweet. Might as well go in order and jump over to the Model Two.
I used to have this box. I ended up selling it to Todd. I bought it off eBay. You know what's hilarious about this box? I got to tell you guys a story real quick. There is a dent in my downspout where I got this box when it was winter, and I was trying to get it in the house real quick before my wife saw it because I bought it and I wasn't supposed to buy it. And I swung my arm back because I slipped on some ice on my step, and it dented my downspout. So there's a dent on my downspout from that Sega Genesis box. I see it every time I walk out. I'm like, "That's my Sega Genesis." I
Just
don't like this one as much as the other one, but I still
right,
think it's really good. I didn't like when Sega switched to that red line on the side,
right.
but I would still I think I would still give this an A.
Yeah, the other one, I don't know, just screams so much more for sure,
Plus, I hate the
but,
Model 2. Yeah.
let's see, I think that was
Auto says B rank for Model 2. Yeah. I still give it an A because I think it's a clean box, but I
yeah, I
don't love
mean,
the Model
looking at
2.
our rankings, like, I feel like it's better than the GameCubes and all that.
Yeah.
I would say it had some competition here with the 32X, but,
Yeah.
let's see, we got Game Boy Color, portable fun, in color, game not included. Plays all
I
Game
like
Boy
that
games.
I like that a little bit better than the red one, so what do we rate the red one, a B?
Yeah, let's see, so a C.
Oh, yeah, okay, then put
We
that a
dropped it
B.
to
That's a
C.
that's a B for me then.
Yeah, I feel like it's not bad. They have the different color ones. I mean, maybe you don't like purple, so if it's a green box, it looks a little bit better. But I feel like B
No,
is
I'm
not
I'm
bad
good with
for it.
it.
Shoot, there. Yeah, perfect.
Sweet. What's next?
Let's get rid of this guy.
Let's check
Let's
some hockey
do
scores.
PlayStation 3, the fat one. Shout out to Lucky 8 Trading
So I have this PlayStation 3. Do you know why I have it, Russ?
because you want to play Blu-rays.
That's the only reason I have it. But the original
Wow.
reason I bought it is because you couldn't get the NHL app on the Xbox 360, but I could get it on this,
Oh,
and then I could order the NHL season and watch it through my PlayStation. That was the only reason I bought it, in
jeez.
like 12 years ago. Um, I This box is okay. It's better than the PlayStation.
The
At
console,
least they
right? I'm trying to
showcase the
see where you put the
console
other
now.
one. Yeah, I was like looking at the other one. I'm like, is it D?
It's
Um,
probably like a B, maybe a C.
right.
Yeah, I'd say probably a C. It's not that great.
It's so so.
Aldo and Nani's are red, say C as well.
And then we
We're
got
collectively rating these.
PS3 Slim model. I feel like
Oh,
it's
cooler.
definitely better than the one before it
Yeah, I'd say all right, throw in the B.
because we got that one, and then keep it with the PlayStation. This
Mercy.
this
How many
other
of these
slim
things do they
model.
make? That
Well,
one looks stupid.
this
That
one
one makes
was
me feel like the one you just showed makes me feel like I'm buying a camera or something. It just looks so boring.
that's the regular slim model. Um,
Oh,
so where do we have the other ones here? I feel like the
that's a
super
D.
slim,
That's
maybe a
B. Other
B.
one's a D. That's
The
D. Boring.
um,
Womp womp.
womp womp.
I
Let's
love it.
get let's get this one. I know where this one's probably going. We got the original Game Boy box that's like neon Tron
S
looking.
S tier all day. I love the Tron hands playing it.
I feel
That
like
is the
that'd be a
best.
dope tattoo, right?
That is the raddest. That's the best Game Boy box ever. That is so freaking sick.
Definitely a good
That
one.
is a
Yeah.
S
When
tier.
it ends out. One day maybe I'll have that box for sure. But I feel like, yeah, that's gotta be up there.
That's gotta be up there. That's a sick box. Love that box.
All right, we got Game Boy Advance. We got the ice blue edition here.
For me, it's a C, B if I'm feeling generous.
Let's see, where is our other Game Boys sit? D or C, and then the Game Boy Color was there. Yeah, I feel like you said B or you said C.
Yeah, I said C, B if I'm feeling
B if
generous.
you're feeling generous. Yeah, I feel like it fits in line with here. It's like not too
Yeah,
much
it's kind of
going on.
boring.
They just
Yeah,
updated what the Game Boy Color did, essentially.
yeah, yeah.
Now, I haven't seen this one, but I threw it on here. We got the N64, but Pokemon Stadium Battle Set.
I mean, I just like the fact that Pokemon are on it. That's cool.
Like, yeah, they're really showcasing that there, and you just kinda see the console in the corner bottom corner there. I
I'd
feel like
say
if you're a Pokemon fan, I mean, like, this is
if
awesome, right?
if if I was born in like 1989 and I was like probably like 8 years old when this came out, I'd be like all over it. I'd say it's probably an A. I don't think it's an S, but I think it's an A.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I
Then
mean, I'm
you know
not a huge
what?
Pokemon fan, but
Andy says B on that, and he's like the perfect prime person to like
to
know how he
gauge
would
it.
feel. I
Okay.
agree.
So B on that one. Um, let's see, let me get rid of these here. I might have to pull up some pictures for the other one because I don't have the pictures downloaded. You I don't know where this came out of, but the Fat
Mercy.
PS2
Why does PlayStation suck so much at making boxes?
Midnight Blue.
The only thing cool in that box is the fact the outlet has like the PlayStation logo on it.
This is
Everything
showing that
else
it comes with the
is
network adapter.
garbage.
PlayStation, sorry. Sorry for this ranking.
D, you
D?
suck. I hate it.
Wow. So the
That's
only
just so
PlayStation
boring.
PS3 got to tier C.
PlayStation sucks.
I do have did I have a picture of the other one? No, no, I'll have to bring those up there. Alright, let's see.
A, I mean S, 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 all day S. That's my
A little
that was the
different
box
action
I got
set.
as a kid.
Different action set for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
That's an S for me.
We'll put it next to the other action set. And
That's my
then
preferred action set box.
why do I have so many okay, we got Super Nintendo, like the re-release.
I
Um,
hate it.
why did they choose to
Why
use
do
the
they
graphics for Mario RPG? Mario just looks so weird on this to
he
me,
looks
and
so
Yoshi.
dumb. I hate that Yoshi, I hate that Mario, I hate the Super Nintendo Mini.
It's definitely lower than what it could have been, for
I
sure.
mean, I'm not saying it's a D, like,
I feel like it almost looks bootleg to me for
it
whatever reason. Even
yeah,
they have a controller box too with that on there, and I always think they're fake.
because what makes it look fake again? My
The
ADD just kicked in. What'd you say?
just the sprite of Mario because it's from Mario RPG, so he's just
Yeah, yeah, it
literally
looks
like
like bootleg Mario, it does. Yeah, I'd say like a C. It's just, it makes me dislike Super Nintendo.
let's see, I don't have pictures of these. I'm gonna have to Google up the other ones I have here, but we'll do, um
It makes it look so kiddie, like Super Nintendo already had that, like, it's for kids and Sega's for teenagers.
right.
That just kinda, like, makes it worse.
So let's remove that, and we're gonna be ranking we'll just go over to this top loader control deck, the second release of the NES here. New design for the first time, game player.
I like this box a lot, but I also when I started collecting, I wanted a a top loading NES so bad I couldn't stand it.
Yeah,
And then I finally found one for $5 because the guy didn't think it worked, but really the reset button was just smashed down. Um, so I like the simplicity of it. I don't know. I'm probably totally biased. It's part of me wants to make it an A, but it's probably realistically like a B.
yeah, let me see what we
And
got
that's
for
probably some bias. I mean, look at my YouTube name because all this is a C.
top loader. I mean, putting it next to this Super Nintendo box, I feel like it doesn't fit. So
Yeah,
I feel like B.
B. Okay, get B's get degrees. So D's, but
Let's see.
yeah, I'd say it's a B. I think A is still too high. It's pretty plain Jane.
And then let's jump it. It's getting a little tricky of showing the boxes here. Let's jump to here. We're going to Master System 2 box with
Master. See, I love
Sonic.
the Master System 2 is really interesting looking. I've never actually seen one in real life, I don't think. No, that's not true. Todd had one. Um, I love that classic Sonic right there. I love that. I love that it has the still has the gradient on it.
Right.
Um, I don't really like how they list off the attributes on the left in that big white box. I almost
True.
wouldn't have I almost wouldn't have put that on there at all. Just put it on the back.
Right. Keep it cleaner or have it up at
Yeah,
the top
I
there.
would have left. I would have completely left that off, and I think it would have been way better. Um, it's like a B or an A. It's like a B. It's like a B. What
It's
do you think?
Let me see. Let me see where we got the other ones here. B or A. 32X and all that with these here or
Yeah,
up
I think it.
here.
I think it's good right where it is.
Let's see. I got 4 left.
All right, let's bust them out.
Console box. This
For all
one.
those audio listeners, I'll try to say something to fill the gap.
While I look up photos and try to explain to you here.
Yeah, Pikachu, Nintendo 64. I mean, that's kind of a cool. I mean, you got to think about if you're a little kid when that came out, who loved
Right.
Pokemon. You probably thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I mean, it's jumping right off the box. Like the picture almost looks cartoon because you have like
One of the
Pikachu's right on the console.
I like that it does tell you that the cheeks light up because I think that's cool.
Mhm.
Um, 90s are rad says it's too busy. Maybe a little bit. It doesn't have a ton of words on it, which I do like. Like it just says special edition Pikachu Nintendo 64, and it just tells you that the cheeks light up. It is a little bit busy. I can see that.
They they probably didn't need the extra Pikachu next to Pikachu up there if you have Pikachu down here, but
The Pikachu font is tight. It says showed 86. Yeah, I think I'm with showed. I don't think it's an A like Aldo says, but I don't think it's a C like the 90s are red says. I'm putting it right in the middle of the B.
with the B.
Yeah.
Let's see,
It's
I'll
pretty
do it.
cool. It's pretty cool.
We
I
got
have a feeling if I was like 8 years younger, I would think it was amazing.
I'll look up this one here. One box. Will that come up? Was it that one? No. Where it's so hard with PlayStation. There we go. That's the one I did. So this is the
PS1.
PS1. It was a re-release of the PlayStation, but it's slimmed down
I remember
version
buying
of
that for
it.
my girlfriend in 2003 because she like she missed her PlayStation.
Yeah. As for the other PlayStations, we got them mostly in the D rankings. I'm not sure if this is a little bit higher. Well, PlayStation 3 was in C.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it actually shows the console again. I'd say a C or a B. I kind of like it.
Let me see. I'm looking at where we got everything else on here.
The cord wiggle is cute.
I feel like it could be a B. We have the GameCubes up in a B,
Yeah, throw it on the B. I like
so I
it.
feel like it could go there. All right, I got
Let's
2 left, and
B rankings.
then we'll overlook our ranking system here. Let's see what were the 2? We'll go so this guy. We got the Sega CD Model 2 box. Big blue on the side of Sega CD. Again, they're using this black, like, was it fabric,
Yeah.
luxurious fabric, and they put the console on with a little bit of lighting.
It's interesting they put all the writing over the Genesis.
I don't like that, like these 3 blocks over, right over
It's
the
almost like they
although
just want to highlight the Sega CD and not the Genesis.
that's what the intention is because you were purchasing the Sega CD, not the Genesis, so they're kinda, like, focusing your attention. You're getting the Sega CD if you already own the Sega Genesis. You're not getting a Sega Genesis in this box.
Right, but it seems like there was some of that black fabric on the bottom where it says "Welcome to the next level" really tiny. They could have put it there. Yeah, right
True.
there.
Yeah,
You could have put those 3 lines right there, and you could have saw your product a little better.
right.
Um,
At least it's not aqua blue from the Model 3.
that's true.
Yeah, that weird off blue. For whatever reason, yeah, this blue is a nice,
Yeah,
easier one.
I feel like a B. I feel like a B.
Okay.
I feel like a B is pretty
I
on
feel like
spot.
it could sit up there. And
Not
then
good enough to be an A.
right.
Close. Another thing is why did they make the Sega CD with the blue side and not the red side to keep the Oh,
The
you know what?
branding.
I do remember this. If you look at the Game Gear was purple. So it was like this Genesis was red, the Game Gear was purple, and the CD was blue.
Gotcha. And we're finishing up with the N64 regular console box here,
It's pretty basic, but I still like it.
right?
Um, I don't know if it's an A, but my guess is probably a B.
Yeah, let me see what we got for we'll jump back over to our list and see where that might hmm. B to A. It is pretty basic, lined up with like the control deck. Uh, It's tough with these GameCube ones. I feel like it's better than the GameCube ones.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got almost the same vibe going on as the Sega Saturn, where it's just the controller and the console.
See, to me, it reminds me of the Genesis one because it's got the red stripe just on different side.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah. Like the Sega CD one kinda.
Like no, not well, like the Genesis, just because it's also red.
Oh, the straight yeah, yeah, on the up here in the A ranking. I feel like the presentation on the Genesis was a little better with that nice fabric. They could have thrown
Yeah,
some fabric down for the N64. I feel like
it's like a B plus.
right, it's close up there.
Yeah,
The red transparency ribbon equals A.
I mean, I do like the fact that you can still see the 64. The 64 was a neat looking system.
Right. So quick rundown for you guys listening. We'll go in reverse. D rankings, we got the PlayStation, Dual Shock Box, the PS2, the Sega Model 3, the PlayStation 3 Slim Model, and the PS2 box. All in the D rankings. For C, we got the Atari 2600, Atari 7800, ColecoVision, the Xbox 360 white box, PlayStation 3 the Fat Boy, the original, Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Pocket, and the Super Nintendo Model 2 with the weird bootleg Mario.
Bootleg yo.
In the B ranking, we got the original Xbox, Master System with the light phaser and 3D goggles, the Sega Master System 2, the 32X, the regular Master System, the Xbox 360, GameCube, Game Boy Color, Sega CD, PS3 Slim 2, I guess it would be. I forgot the other name of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, Pokemon Stadium N64, the top loading NES control deck, the Pikachu N64 box, the PS1, like the re-release, and the N64.
A lot of B's.
A lot of Bs, mostly Bs. The A's, very Nintendo heavy here. We got the challenge set with Super Mario 3, the control deck, the NES Sports set, the Game Boy, and the Super Nintendo with Mario All Stars, and Super Nintendo with Killer Instinct. And then Sega Dreamcast, the original release, Sega Saturn, and the Dreamcast second release, and Sega Model 2. Leaving our S tier rankings, the original PlayStation box, the Super Nintendo Super Set, the TurboGrafx 16, the Action Set, both of them. There's two variants. The Sega Genesis Model 1 and the original Game Boy, all S rankings for your consoles.
Is there anything you would change last minute, Russ?
Last minute changes.
I think there's two things I would do last minute to change it.
Not a whole bunch. I don't think. I don't know. What are you thinking? Nothing super jumping out. Maybe the 32X might go higher just because I like the colors.
Yeah, I might put the 32X as an A, but
Yeah.
I would drop the PlayStation down to an A from an S. That's just me.
Oh, okay.
And then I would keep the superior action set as an S and drop the other action set.
The double
To
this
me,
one here.
that one is the superior, and the other one, I would drop that one and put the other one back
Gotcha.
up
So the action set with the it's hard to
with
kind
the.
of with the space background is the better one.
No, I think the opposite of what you're saying.
So this guy to this guy.
Yeah, I think, and I would drop that PlayStation at the top down to an A. I think those are the only 5 systems that deserve, or the 5 boxes that deserve S tier.
You heard it first. Oh, we did forget about Virtual Boy, 3DO, and Jaguar. There's
I
so
think the
many.
Virtual Boy box is pretty cool. I don't have mine anymore, so I can't look at it. It used to sit right over there. It would either be an A, maybe an S. It was kinda wild. I kinda liked it. Uh, 3DO, I feel like it was pretty boring. Can't remember exactly.
Mhm.
But the Jaguar box, I think, was actually cool. It was probably like an A.
Yeah, so many consoles to throw on here.
Yeah.
I was like,
But I
man,
don't know. I feel like those are like the only S tiers for me. Those 5 right there. They're just so, they're in that, just in that time frame of when I was obsessed with video games before I became re-obsessed.
makes sense. Sweet.
Yep.
Well, you guys heard it here first. Appreciate you guys hanging out during the live stream. We try to do maybe one live stream a month. This is kind of off the cuff. I was like, hey, want to do live stream tonight? He's like, sure.
Let's do it.
So give us a call if you guys want to leave a voicemail. Phone number is 949-682-9277. Leave us topics, reviews, just say hi, and we'll play it on the show. Quick shout out to our Patreons. We got Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Living Good, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, Retroholic 16, and Austin Mills supporting us on Patreon. Get over to patreon.com/Russ Lyman. Support the show. Thanks for everyone hanging out, watching during the live stream. You guys are awesome.
Yes, thank
And
you for hanging with us.
you'll hear
Y'all made
the
it a lot easier to help me rank some of this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I totally took your opinions.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up everything here. Hope you guys have a great weekend. As always, I'm Russ Lyman. Keep your world fun bit by bit.